I'm Jeanie.
I'm Raimy.
I'm Alissa, and this is what we're doing right now.
People in the comments are always asking me, what kind of equipment do you use to film this? Or when they see me using a microphone, they ask, like, what microphone are you using? So we thought it would be good for us to start putting, at the time we were just thinking Amazon affiliate links to equipment, so that if people had those questions, they could go into the video description, see what kind of equipment I'm using, and then if they wanted to, they could click on it and explore further. So hearing that you guys have an affiliate program excites me, because I do my equipment shopping at B&H more than I do it at Amazon. And then in the context of looking to start up this tech review thing, the ability to, I believe you said, get equipment for like 30 days for review purposes, that is very attractive to us. So we just had a conference call with B&H Photo Video. I don't know what their actual name is called. B&H something. If you don't know, they are, I think, the largest supplier of camera, microphone, production equipment in at least the United States, if
basically,
not the world.
If you need a camera, if you need a microphone, if you need cords, they got them.
At VidCon, we met one of the guys who works at B&H, and through some talks and negotiation type dealings, we have been made affiliates of B&H. So if you ever need equipment and you buy it through us, we get money.
No, it's not a lot, but it's it's a little bit, and it adds up. So buy things.
It's not gonna hurt.
It's not gonna hurt at all.
It's better than a poke in the eye, as my dad would say. This little guy took a ride in my pocket over the weekend, and his blonde stripe got a little messed up, and his shoes got a little messed up. So Katelyn busted out the paints and is repainting him.
This is
The 4th of July.
except it's actually the 5th, and I just haven't changed the title to be both of them yet. Because the 4th of July is pretty much just you being like, cats!
Yeah, I don't think I did anything on the 4th of July.
Is there anything good around, though? No. Damn it.
Just a bunch of Geodudes and Rattatas.
I want Geodude.
So our office is right here. We got 2 Pokestops, right? So every once in a while, some nice, kind soul will come in here and throw 2 lures on these things, and so we just get a whole flood of Pokemons coming on in.
Do you have any lures that you could go put on there?
I do.
Oh.
But I'm selfish.
Jamie, how's it going?
Pretty well.
Good.
Editing stuff about video games. Not playing Pokemon at work.
Is that why you have your phone face down?
Yep.
Because you're not playing Pokemon at work?
Because I am easily distracted. It's pretty much just, if I hear Katelyn's phone buzz,
Every
then
time
I'm
my phone buzzes, she looks over me.
Sometimes it's just Katelyn got a text.
Same thing, because when I hear her phone buzz, I look up and then I look at my phone and I'm like, ooh.
It took so short a time to Pavlovianly train all of us.
Yeah. You want a Growlithe?
I just want a Growlithe. It would just, on cold January mornings, it would come and keep me warm, and I would snuggle with it, and it would bring me the paper, and the paper would be slightly singed. And these guys have heard this speech before, because I think about this a lot.
I think I've heard this probably 10 times, but...
I really want a Growlithe, you guys.
Todd, get this girl a Growlithe.
I also want like a giant dog. That's really what this problem is.
What breed of dog looks most Growlithy?
I don't know.
Just don't set it on fire. That's
It's just
Jamie, I have a question for you.
yes.
While you're editing these videos, do you ever feel cringy at the level of voyeurism happening here?
Sometimes.
Sometimes?
Particularly when there's like someone there who you're like, hey, vlogging, and they're just like, I'm trying to play this video game, Michael.
So when you watch this back, are you gonna feel like, man, Jamie's just trying to edit and he's sticking
not
his camera in her
necessarily
face?
because I'm clearly like talking to them and giving my big monologue about Growlithes and such. How do you feel about the level of voyeurism in your videos, Michael? What are your thoughts on this?
This always makes me think back to when Claire and I broke up, because I think that was the first sort of public vloggy relationship that I had. People who watched these videos became attached to Claire, and then we weren't together anymore. And I think at the time I said something like, daily vlogging is all fun and games until, like, life gets real, and then it's like, I don't know how much of this to share, because on one hand I am trying to share my life, on the other there's stuff that, like, it feels really personal. I don't know where that line is. I still don't know where that line is when it comes to sharing the more personal stuff going on versus just like the fun, silly, la la la, we're all hanging out and laughing.
This whole experiment, or whatever you want to call it, I mean, it is a daily vlog, and you are vlogging your life, and so there are going to be elements of real, like in real life happening. So I mean, you've been doing this for 3 years now, 4 years,
Something like that.
So I mean, you're pretty used to whipping out the camera and doing it. So when real life happens, you automatically capture it. It's just a matter of, I guess, sharing it. And I suppose that depends on the people that are in that real moment, whether they're comfortable with it or not. So.
Yeah. So when we were in Salt Lake City and you got stuck in the salt bog,
Bog.
at the time I was like, oh, I gotta like help Todd or whatever, and then afterwards I was like, damn it, I should have filmed that whole thing, because like I'd always thought if something crazy happens I'd be like, oh, I gotta film this, but like that wasn't even that great. It was just a salt bog.
So,
but like,
I actually remember being pissed off because you were filming it and weren't helping me, and so I remember I'm like, dude, put the phone away and help me get out of this thing.
I didn't keep a lot of the parts where you're like swearing and stuff because it legitimately, like, you could tell that you were upset and it was more awkward than it was funny, so I just didn't leave it in there.
Yeah, there was quite a bit of cursing, but I remember I was stuck, and I remember like you standing there with your phone filming it, and I'm like, dude, like, help.
Well, it's hard to know exactly what happened because like now I'm just trying to remember that night, but what I remember thinking was not like, oh, Todd's stuck, I'm going to be filming this. It was like, okay, obviously the ground is not safe right now. How do I get over there in a way that will not increase the number of stuck people? And like feeling and going like, okay.
Yeah.
But
yeah, well, see, it's all perspective too. So like context. So from my point of view, it seemed like, oh, well, you're standing there like filming. You're in your head. You're like, okay, how do I get over there without falling? Yeah. So there are moments like that where it's just like it's also social cues too, I suppose. And there's something really real is happening. I imagine you're not going to whip out the phone. Like if someone's dying, you're not going to be like, or maybe you will. No.
I don't know because like I'm torn between like wanting to document real life and capture real moments and be respectful of other people in those moments.
Yeah. Where my gut mind is going right now is what brought this up. Was there something that happened, or is this just something that's been kind of going on in your head?
I've kind of been wondering for a while because like Jeanie is the most outside of the daily vlog person who's ever come in to edit the stuff. Bray had been watching the videos for a while. Katelyn obviously was in the videos for a while. So I've always been sort of curious about Jamie's experience coming into this and suddenly being exposed to like not only the stuff that goes online, but like the bits that get edited out that are maybe sometimes more cringy or awkward than the stuff that would get put into a video.
That's one of the things that like I'm still trying to figure out, because most of the time I don't necessarily edit as much for content as for like beats and stuff, and because you like watch over them before they go up or anything, I'm just like, if there's stuff in there that he doesn't want in there, he can take it out of there.
With everyone that you're around, for the most part, is probably used to you doing this, so it's kind of they just kind of expecting it, right?
Yeah, I sometimes I feel weird sometimes. I feel wary of people getting annoyed with me filming, even if they were okay with it at one time. Like after a while, does this become grating on hanging out with me? Specifically, I haven't. Maybe this is weird to talk about in a vlog if I haven't talked to him specifically about it. But I wonder about this with Stefan sometimes because like. He was around a lot when I started doing this, and I have been doing it for like 3 years, and I wonder now how much when we hang out, he's just like, why can't we just hang out instead of like you pulling the camera out all the time?
I suppose that's one of those things where you kind of ask someone, hey, how is this making you feel?
It's caused a handful of problems in my life, but I just always default to, if no one says anything, everything is fine. If there's a problem, someone will tell me. And there are people who are the exact opposite, where if everything is fine, then they need people to tell them that everything is fine. If there is no communication, that means that everything is wrong. So there have been a handful of people that I've met where like we just communicate very differently, and it causes conflict that way.
I just know from my own experience, as I'm a very open individual, there's a lot of people that just aren't, and they just won't say if something's wrong, and so they'll just get very passive aggressive and just let it sit there until it builds up and becomes this big thing, and suddenly there's a big issue when all it needed to say was, hey, that's the thing that annoys me.
See, I'm the sort who's like, before I like take pictures of my friend, is like, hey, is everyone cool with me taking this picture? Because consent and bodily autonomy is very important, and like people's image, capturing someone's image, I feel like is a thing where I should ask permission first.
I don't know, Michael. I don't know the answer to your initial question, man. I don't know.
How did we even get here? This has been a long conversation.
But I like it. I like these deep kind of.
You asked me if I felt weird about the levels of voyeurism in this, and then I turned it back on you because that's what I do.
Good.
Anyway, B&H.
Looks like the SciShow quiz show set is coming back. So I finished most everything I have on my calendar today. The next thing I have to do is fix up the What I'm Doing Right Now title project file. I thought I was going to be able to simplify the way we did the titles for this next season 6 of What I'm Doing Right Now, and in the end it will be simpler, but it is much less simple to get it to that simplified place than I originally expected. It's been a while since I got a jog in, which is what I'm gonna do right now. Look at that pretty sky. We didn't really jog that much. We mostly just stopped at a bunch of Pokestops and caught some Pokemans and had a maybe allergic reaction to sunflower seeds. How does your face feel?
I was trying to explain to Michael that it kind of felt like when you take a shower and you get out sometimes and you like dry your face and your face is super dry, like you try to smile and your skin's dry and it just doesn't want to like move. It sort of felt like that. It also felt like when you get a fat lip from somebody punching you, just everything, my whole face felt super bloated. I can feel my eyelids are like filled with fluid or something. They feel puffy and weird to blink.
What was the name of the thing you looked up?
Exercise-induced anaphylaxis said that if you eat a food that you're allergic to like an hour before you exercise, and I ate sunflower seeds, that it could make you have an allergic reaction to it and like have your face swell up or give you hives or have your legs be all itchy. And my face swelled up pretty good. I kept asking Michael, is my face swollen? Does it look like my face is
It looks
swollen?
normal to me. Just don't like pass out or anything, because after all this Pokemon catching, I might not have enough battery to call 911. Your skin does seem kinda red. Kitty, do you want some sunflower seeds? Did you throw them away already? Are you gonna?
Maybe you should do it.
You don't even want to touch them?
It's a black top. See, I almost ate the whole thing. I didn't get a reaction before.
Did you exercise after eating them before?
I don't think so.
This sunflower seed butter has a hint of sea salt. What do you want? This is not for you. This is not kitty food. I bought this 34-pound bag. I guess it's a box. This 34-pound box of cat litter. It's a Fresh Step multi-cat clumping cat litter. And look, it's pet friendly. Good thing they made the cat litter for my pets pet friendly. Right, cats? Right.